Well, good hello there, everybody. How are you all doing? It is kind of cold in here, so I got my trusty space heater right here turned on. So I want to do a video, probably, definitely different than what I normally do, but with the holidays and all that stuff coming up, I thought it might be kind of a cool idea. 10 unique gift ideas for musicians for $20 or less. Also, before we get rolling, all the stuff is linked down below for you in the description. Also, make sure you subscribe. Share this with someone if you're wanting, to kind of give them ideas of, gifts like, hey, you know what, maybe this will help you. You could buy so-and-so a present. You could buy your weird Uncle Timmy a present from here. So, item number 1, not so cleverly named, but I like it, is the Portable Practice Guitar Tool Gadget. I think is what it's called. I'm just gonna call it the PPTGP. Pocket, whatever it is. I'll put it on the screen. So basically, I remember this idea a while back of, I think it was called the Little Fretter, which I think is hilarious. Basically, it's like 6 frets of a guitar neck, and that's literally what this is. But what's cool about it is it folds up. The other one was just kind of, the neck, and that was it. This kind of like condenses and protects the fingerboard a little bit. So it might seem kind of goofy, but I would actually like one of these things. You can just really practice legato. It's 6 frets. You don't have any right hand stuff going on, but shoot, I'm telling you what, man, on a plane or something like that, I would totally be sitting there just legatoing it up. So coming up next right here is a capo. Now that's a kind of a common one, but this capo's kind of cool. It is a capo with a little pick holder put on it, and I saw that and I was like, oh, that is genius. That is such a cool little idea, because obviously you could stick a pick holder on there, something like that. It's not gonna look the best. I think this actually looks pretty good, and it's not very expensive. This one is coming in at $6.96, so a lot of these things are actually under $10, and you could even kind of like buy multiples of these to hit that $20 budget or something like that. So I thought that one was actually pretty cool. I was like, you know what, I could totally see me like capo, a couple picks on there. It's smart. Now, number 3 is a product that I work with actually all the time, and like I said, as many of you guys know, I've talked about the Dragonheart guitar picks before. I'm also an artist of theirs, so I just want kind of like full disclosure on that kind of stuff. But the reason I'm putting these on here is because they are rather unique, in the guitar pick world. So you could get this for a musician. And I think a lot of musicians share the same kind of like outlook of like, oh wow, that's interesting. I wonder how I would do that. Same with like the Little Fretter, the capo. I have a couple other things on here that would be like challenging. You get this and I'm like, oh, this is a strange pick, and this is what I thought when I first got it, and I really dug it. Now this one is the original that I like to use, and it comes in at $8.97, so again, well under that budget, and there's custom engraving and all kinds, so you can put the person's name on the pick if you wanted to. So that is number 3. So what is next? Well, number 4 is next, actually, and it is guitar strings. Now, versus just getting your, guitarists, maybe guitar strings they're used to, if they're the kind of, unless they really need strings, then get them the strings that they need. But if they're the kind of person like myself who just likes to try different things, try getting them flat wound strings. Now what I have here I like to use ClearTone strings, but they all have wound, strings, stuff like that. Now the G, B, and E is not wound, of course, but try flat wound strings. They're kind of like, I think, jazz strings, stuff like that. D'Addario has some of these. I have them on the screen for you. But I thought that'd be interesting. I can't remember how much she's coming at, but again, well underneath that $20 budget, and it's kind of cool. I actually a lot of these items I'm going to order for myself now, because I'm like, oh, the Little Fretter, I want that thing. Unwound strings. I'm like, that sounds crazy. Like, what would that feel like with all those strings on there? So I think a lot of musicians would appreciate gifts like this. Now we have worked our way to number 5. Number 5 is a slide. Now I just got a slide, I think this is a Dunlop slide, I can't totally remember actually. Yeah, yes it is. Right on there, and I don't know how much this one was, but what I found was, and I just liked the way that it looked, to be honest, and what I found is it's Rev Willie's Mexican Lottery brand. I think that they might make guitar strings. Is that the strings that Billy Gibbons used? I can't remember, but just a cool looking slide. I think it's like $15.99. And had I seen that slide, I probably would have bought it over this one, because I wanted a glass slide, so it looks like it's similar, kind of like glass and stuff like that. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So if it's like me, I'm using a slide, and I'm not a slide player, so I'm gonna have to learn. But this has been pretty interesting to hear how bad I sound with a slide. So make your a musician in your life sound horrible, buy him a slide. So number 6 is the Jimmy Clip, and talk about a cool little concept and idea. I think I first saw it with Fluff a long time ago. I've talked to the guys over there. They're super nice, and basically what it is a little clip that goes on behind the nut on your guitar. If you're a person who likes to play detuned stuff a lot, sometimes you get those real chimey little I guess almost like chirps. I don't know how to describe it. I've done a couple of songs where I tuned really low and I heard them right away. I was like, oh, I actually had to take some foam and I shoved it under my strings to get rid of it, which it looks terrible that way. So the Jimmy Clip, you can actually get one of these, a single one. They come in sets for $25, which would put us over the limit, but you can buy an individual one for 20 bucks, and hey, that's working for us. So I would recommend going the extra step, maybe get the set, but I think it's a pretty cool little thing, for anybody who likes to play detuned stuff. Now number 7 is, to me, I think one of the coolest things on this list, and I actually had a student show up with one of these not too long ago, and I was instantly on the hunt to get one. I haven't ordered it yet. I don't know why. I need to, but it's a circle of fifths ring. Now this is what's so cool about the ring, because it's literally the circle of fifths, and the ring turns, so you can line up all these different options. Except if you're maybe a person who uses Capo, or I guess not Capo, but sings and stuff like that, you're wanting to change the key of a song. This is like incredible. This is awesome. This is a little ring, it looks cool, and it's actually rather useful. So the circle of fifths ring, I would check that one out. So number 8 is a really like practical and useful one. If you have a musician who has a lot of guitar pedals, stuff like that, not all guitar pedals are 9 volts. Some of them are 12 volt and so on. And then this thing does all kinds of stuff. It's a multi-volt adapter, I guess is what it would be called. And it has been incredibly useful. Like I said, I have some pedals that run 12 volt, and you can't run those on 9 volt adapters. So this one was really useful because it has a little switch, and you can change the end on the plug to actually accommodate this different size of the input, and it's so useful. So this is a really good one. I can't remember the price. It is the price is $19.99. Ha! I didn't just look at my computer sitting on the floor. And the next one is Genius, and I think I have 3 or 4 of the Dario items on here. Maybe it's only 3, but it is a string winder and string clipper. Why have I never thought of this? This is genius. I am going to order one of these right after this video, because I'll tell you what, my string winder and the string clipper are never in the same spot, and this is so useful. There's also the con side of it. If you lose it, you lose both. So, it can kind of go both ways, but overall, I think this is super useful. I would legit be pumped up to get any of these items for Christmas, and this one comes in at, I don't know why I don't know the price before I start talking, $7.22. So you could get 2 of these. You could bundle up a lot of this stuff and get a person a really cool kind of like smorgasbord of these like little items that, to me, I wouldn't think that cost $7. I'd be like, oh, that was probably like 15 bucks or something like that. So I think that's pretty sweet. So number 10 is actually just from an item that I was really looking for online, and I know there's like, you could basically do this with anything. You could do it with a rolled up towel if you wanted to, but I like having these little gadgets and stuff. So this is I can't remember the actual name of it. It's like a headstock workbench stand. So basically, like when you're changing your strings, you just kind of throw this thing down, it holds the headstock of your guitar, and I was like, oh, this is great, because I found other ones, but they were actually kind of expensive, and this one is, I think, $8.89 or like $9, something like that. And I was like, wow, that's really affordable, and that would be really useful. And it seems like it's small, like you would just put it in the corner. So this is another one of those things that I'm ordering just because I'm like, oh, I want this. This is like going to be really useful for me. So there are 10 different items for under 20 bucks, or right at that $20 mark, that you could get, a musician in your life. Maybe you have like a little like gift drawing at work or something like that, and you happen to get the weird dude with long hair who looks like me. Guess what? He might be a musician. And if he is, he would totally like any of that stuff. No, I'm just joking. I don't know, I'm just saying random stuff now. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, links are down below. If you would subscribe, share the video. You can check out my other videos. I got that stuff linked down for you as well. and I'm gonna leave you all off with a high five. Also, real quick, if anybody's still even watching this, let me know how my voice sounded in this video. I just got a new mic that I'm gonna be using in the videos, and I guess I'm getting ready to find out if I even recorded anything at all. So we'll find out real soon.